Occam's razor always wins out. Sometimes the simplest solution is best. Don't you have a turbo controller? I use Fluttermane with an amulet coin, only have it use Moonblast, here's the spread to survive everything, and you can speedrun it with the turbo controller.
A turbo controller? Isn't that cheating? I thought you were against cheating, Verlisify.
It's not cheating. There's official Nintendo licensed products that have the turbo function, as pointed out by Jaywitz in his video about pressing the A button. It really is a shame that the Pokemon community has become so toxic that I have to put this so early on in the video, but if you want to support the most honest and legitimate PokeTuber, don't forget to leave a like, share this video with your friends, and comment your thoughts down below. Now we can get back to our content. I got too caught up with pickup strats and payday strats and trying to optimize the money that way, but the big problem is there's no way of turning off switching, which makes it really hard to like mash A or turbo controller through it. Unless you have one Pokemon. And if you have one Pokemon that reliably dumpsters everything, then you can just turbo controller. So let's go and build that one Pokemon that dumpsters everything. Man, it's crazy how fast you can throw away all of your resources in this game. That's kind of last of my candy to get Pokemon level 100. Fortunately, we don't need to do that, and rating is generally just good if you need to go out and get some resources. So boom, level 100 Pokemon. We haven't hyper trained it yet, but the recommendation is to max out the hit points because like you have enough speed, especially at level 100, so nothing is going to threaten you. Then we can use wings for the rest of them. After that we have calcium, so this Pokemon needs to be worth at least 500k to me, which means an hour of AFK. But that's set, and then we can go. There's a little bit of extra feathers just to cap out the Pokemon. And this is pretty much going to be the end of my bottle cap. So the last 10 days, over 10 days of work, all comes together for this. We don't need to put anything in special defense because the stats are so high. And now, if this pays off though, like that's all I want. All I want is just the easiest EV training. We just done, don't have to worry about anything. We have the rest of the resources. It all comes together for competitive. Now I need to go and dig up my controller. Yeah, this controller is terrible. I got like the cheapest one on Amazon. I guess you can find a referral link down below. It isn't like you press it and then it turbos. You have to actually hold the button down. So I need to like find some tape and then tape this thing down, and then we'll see how it ends up working. So let me go and do that. Alright, it would appear I am now free to move about the cabin, which means we get to talk about glitches and exploits because the Pokemon community is filled with way too many idiots with zero comprehension, critical thinking skills, or common sense. So yeah, there's a big difference against duping, which has been restricted or removed in every single Pokemon game and patched out where possible. Also, you get punished for duping, not only in the most recent Pokemon game with Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, but also through Pokemon Home data. The Pokemon Company has made it very clear that duping in modern Pokemon games is not allowed. It will 100% be patched out of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, or attempted to be patched out of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, because it is clearly not allowed, and there is precedent, not just in recent Pokemon games, but in every modern Pokemon game, that duping of any kind is cheating. Time skipping, however, is something the devs are clearly aware of and have programmed for in the past. Sometimes you're allowed to time skip in a game and then nothing adverse happens. Other times there's some features that you get a 24-hour lockout for. So the devs are aware that you are allowed by Nintendo to change the time on your console, and that can affect the game. And then they also plan for it when they feel it's necessary. But in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, you can time skip, no penalty, no lockout, and the game progresses as intended. No cheating, no glitching, no exploiting. It's just using things you have been completely allowed to use that don't modify or exploit the game in any way. We even have precedent for the maker of the console in Nintendo with Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing New Horizons let you time skip. They embraced it. But even in earlier Animal Crossing games, the worst that happened is Mr. Rossetti chews you out. You've always been allowed to change the time in Nintendo games to then have that progress the games you're playing. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, just like Animal Crossing New Horizons, just lets you freely time skip. Kind of feels weird, but embrace modernity. That's where we are. Basic turbo controllers are also well established and accepted in gaming culture, that there is no script happening here. That's the difference between this and, say, the Switch Up. The Switch Up is branded as a cheating device because it is a cheating device. Having something that just presses the A button, that hasn't been bannable or hasn't been explicitly stated or shown to be against any rules or cheating. Just like putting a dime under your circle pad, it's a minor mechanical adjustment with limited use inside of the games. Heck, Jaywitz even made a contraption to press the A button. And the only reason he did that is because Pokemon Let's Go doesn't have Pro Controller support, and he mentions in his video he would use a Turbo Pro Controller if he could. Also, that the official Nintendo seal is on products that have the Turbo function. That settles it. This is legit, just like time skipping. So yeah, this is very simple and not hacking. I guess Pokemon community just can't accept reality and just has to be toxic and stupid, but that's where we've been for like the last decade, so I'm not surprised, but I'm also just like surprised at how disappointing this is. Oh, yo, a Dream Ball, let's go. And that means the A button should just cycle it again. And there we go, we make money forever now. Alright, let's wrap this one up. The cool thing is, I can just end the fight because I have one Pokemon, so I intentionally don't get a KO, get KO'd myself. GG easy. So you don't have to, like, time it perfectly to the end of the tournament or anything like that. You don't always have to get all the rewards. Ooh, eating 12k don't feel good, though. Alright, let's see what we got. The first thing I want to do is save my game because I've been running it for a few hours. Like, on the third attempt, Scizor crit me, and that ended it, so I think that's the only thing that can send you to Nurse Joy. Flutter Mane seems pretty strong. We are up to 3 million Pokédollars. I haven't done the exact math on how much I had and then made for every minute, but it seems like you can clear the tournament in 12 minutes, so 5 runs an hour, 100k per run. That means we're making 500k an hour. We're getting a competitive Pokemon done in an hour, and this is very reminiscent of how you would just throw your Pokemon in the daycare in Omega Green Alpha Sapphire, let it run all night, and then you got level 50s. You're ready to go. Competitive right there. We didn't get a gold bottle cap. We also didn't get an extra... No, wait, we did get an extra bottle cap because I used all of mine on the Flutter Mane, so 1 bottle cap. A lot of 3 Terra Shards whenever I'd, like, glance over and see it. So, I mean, 17 of those is effectively a Pokemon, but it's going to be, like, different types and stuff. And I don't even know what else to look for. We definitely got mints. I'm pretty sure I had 2 ability patches, maybe the same amount of ability capsules, maybe like an extra 3 of these or something. Rare candies? I don't know. Any of these items? Nah, none of this tracks. Okay. So I think it's just going to be mostly Terra Shards from what I've seen. Also, while that was running, I was prepping the video, and they don't have the controller I use anymore, which is probably a good thing, because like I said, it's a piece of junk. It feels clunky and awful. I just got it because I'm a boomer, so I see any GameCube controller, I'm like, ooh, superior controller. And then, like, this actually just is awkward and doesn't feel great after playing the Joy-Con controller for so long. I'm not a fan of the Wii Onwards Pro Controller. That's too smooth and sleek for my boomer brain. Now, mostly I wanted to finish this video before I went to bed, that way it's uploaded and scheduled and I'm allowed to sleep in for the first time since Pokemon Scarlet and Violet came out. So I think all of that is good. And just think about it, yeah, we got 3 mil, so we have like almost a team of competitive Pokemon. Now we actually need to factor in the bottle caps and the extra PP ups and stuff. But for the most part, it's good. I think we're going to get enough mints to where we're never going to have to worry about mints, and maybe we can even sell some for a little bit of extra profit, but nothing that really matters. Running around the desert's also still pretty good money. And I think that's it. So if you guys enjoyed the video, hope you all have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching.